Do that over there. How many colors?
I have like 3.
3? You have 3? All right.
Base plus.
You just got 3? Okay. Stay there. You know what? I'll let more people mix, but we'll just do 2 people with accent colors. You all have fun. Everybody gets to have fun. I'm not judge.
So will you only do the powder in alcohol, or will you mix it?
Oh, we'll mix it in here all the time. Very common to put it right in the epoxy itself. The difference is we don't put the liquids in there because that liquid's only going to cure when properly mixed with epoxy, and the powder will set down in and the alcohol evaporates off and leaves a solid base, but a liquid would just leave like a non-mixed goo mess. So, all right. Where is it? What's our base color? Black?
Right here is all right.
This is our accents. All right. I think we're gonna have fun. If you guys want to, take copper or whatever. What is that?
Yeah, we have copper.
Yeah, copper. Put that in 2 of those.
Silver.
Yeah, put that in 2 of them.
What is the ratio?
This epoxy is a 1-to-1 mix ratio.
Oh, yeah, the same thing.
Yep.
I don't know, I thought it was different.
Since we have 2, 4, 6, I don't think we don't need this. We'll just go right back like that.
Are you gonna go on 2 of the accents?
Say what, sir?
2 of the accents?
2 of them, yeah, 2 of those. Pretty heavy, like a couple, like 2 or 3 of those big scoops in each one.
That color to the black is depend to unit to the black and black or.
Say what's that?
To that color, you need all of it to the packet, or you need only to the.
The 1 packet is good for up to 2 gallons.
For 2 gallons.
2 gallons.
Oh, Tim.
The 1 packet for 2 gallons. Yeah, thank you. That's a good question. Did you have a good lunch? What'd you eat at lunch?
The same.
What'd you eat? What?
Tacos.
They have a good the taco truck, is it called?
No, like.
Birria? Yeah. Man, I'm like such a shit. I travel and I love food, and I'm always like carne asada tacos, fish tacos.
Oh yeah, that sounds great.
There's carne asada, I'm gonna eat it every time.
That's the way to go.
Yeah. Birria or carne. I can make birria tacos really good. But
Really?
yeah. Crock pot a bunch of beef the night before, leave it all oily, throw it in the grill, chop it up.
What's your third color?
Huh?
Oh, so I thought it was a third accent color.
Yeah, do we know that third accent?
Is that black?
Gray liquid.
Okay. Word.
Should we do 3 silver though?
Oh, okay, it's up to you, man. The gray's gonna pop too, man. I kind of think we should do like,
I didn't grab your shoe. I should go do that.
What do you want? How much you want in there? About
Are they in your
eighth of a
trailer?
pack?
dude, all gray. Yeah, I just grabbed a new set. If we do have a new set here,
I can grab, yeah.
I'll just grab a new pair because the trailer ones are pretty.
Silver.
Grab a turquoise.
And you guys can mix those too by sticks. If you guys want to stick mix those. All right. I think we're about good. Yeah, if you guys each want to carry one of these cups, just so we make sure they all go in. There's 4 there. Some of y'all have some of them. I'm slightly debating, because I don't know the square footage in there. I'm slightly debating if we just go heavy and pour a whole
Let's just do it. It's there.
What do we have left in here, guys? That's what I don't know. Why not? You guys are only here for another few hours. I'm gonna spoil you, so when you go back to your mom's, you want to be here instead. Okay, let's pop one full black in here. Or, hey, well, hold on now. Which colors are we doing? We want to do a black. Do we have any charcoalish too?
Oh, charcoal. Oh, I love that color.
That's silver.
Let me go grab it, okay?
Put a
I love that charcoal.
put like a half a tablespoon of black in here, just so it's a dark charcoal.
Right before
We're gonna be weird together.
I love the metallic and the charcoal.
Me too. That's enough. That's enough. Early. Remember, too much of the liquid, you'll eat your metallic and you'll lose your reflectivity of it. So you can kind of darken it with a little bit, and that may have been. We'll see. I'm not worried about it.
Say too much liquid pigment over that?
Yeah. Too much liquid pigment. If you're mixing, like sometimes you can take a metallic, like you could take your charcoal and put a couple drops of black, and it would be a dark charcoal. But you put too much, and that liquid covers all the reflective surfaces, and now it just turns to a black. So.
when you,
Yeah, dump most of it in, yeah.
Now they're putting powder in.
So how much of that you putting in? About half that bag?
Levi, when you're
Yeah, you're
doing
good.
floors, do you ever collect a little bit of the end of each bucket in order to do a dirty pour at the end?
I have, but remember that's that's a decorative thing that you, if you're skilled enough and you have the time and you're happy with, yeah, but I don't teach a lot of things like that because it'd be teaching something that could be a real failure. Because you'd have the one-time DIYer that's never mixed and they're trying to find their drill and then they're like trying to leave their buckets and they're tipping over and they can't pour and...
Right on. You want more of it in there?
No, I think we're perfect, man.
Yeah, that's all that. You put pigment and metallic in that bucket?
Yeah, a little bit of pigment just to make it a darker charcoal.
Okay.
But you can't put too much or you'll like really blow it out and lose it. You guys like that noise? Sounds like when your mom makes me pay rent on the apartment.
Sounds like a Subaru.
Sorry, it's all those little Bob Ross comments that make something wonderful. All right.
Bob Ross is paying.
Yeah, he's a dead pimp now.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Just changed my entire life.
Right? I actually watched him as a kid and I'd be like, what? Can't be that hard. But I was, of course, too poor to own watercolors and be able to go try it.
Who was the guy that worked for you, man? Because I felt like he was a Bob Ross doing this shit.
Oh, the big tall guy? He actually taught and went to the Bob Ross Art School. Like the real one, he really did. He always told me that. Just so you all know, the guy that used to do art really did teach at like the Bob Ross Art School. So you guys can just line these up here for a second. Let's see, do we have a T-bar and a cover? Do I have a cover on that? Do I need to grab a cover? Oh, you're good. Oh, word.
I did my best to loosen.
Oh, you're doing good, dude.
Are those all one-time uses?
The sleeve is, not the metal part.
okay, the sleeve
So,
Unless you can.
I'll loosen that a tiny bit. You know what? Let me just loosen this. I always try to loosen this just enough to where it swivels kind of easy. Do you know what I mean? You want the head to pivot around pretty nicely. So I've even heated up the metal so it kind of melts into the plastic a little. Kind of ghetto, but nicest shoes you ever wore. Those are good dancing shoes. They're really comfortable. We should do pointy cowboy boots with spikes.
I know.
Well, can we do that at a Mexican zapateria?
Yeah.
We'll do that together.
The last time I needed a pair, I just
Dice que los empiezan a hacer en una zapatería.
No, pero sí ha visto que en Michoacán usan, pero que tengan acero aquí abajo. No ha visto la danza de los viejitos.
Este lo viene siendo como tipo goma, ¿no?
Oh, yeah.
Unos de madera.
What kind of pattern do you guys want to see? Swirl, an S. I'm gonna just start letting my body, I'm gonna pretend I'm doing flash dance and just get sexy and try to feel it. I feel the epoxy with my body. Come on, I'm not trying to make a wiener. I'm trying to get an actual natural flow there. Oh shoot. Did I say something that was about to get us canceled again? Damn it. No. I always have flashbacks of getting canceled every time I work. There was a man, this is a weird story too. This guy like went to sleep one night next to his wife. He wasn't a very healthy guy and he drank a lot. He drank really heavy that night and he hadn't been the man or the husband he should have been. And what do you know, he died in his sleep. Wakes up, St. Peter's there. And he's like, St. Peter says, hey, you're in heaven. And he's like, no way, I'm not in heaven. Like, I have too much life to live. Like, I need to do more for my wife and all this stuff. And he's like, well, sorry, you're dead. And so he couldn't believe it. He's like, what can I do to go back? And St. Peter says, well, you can go back as a chicken if you want to, but that's the only way you can get close to your family is if you take the form of a chicken. So he goes, make me a chicken, like y'all go back as a chicken. So he goes back as a chicken, and he's close to his home, and a rooster stops by and is like, man, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm new, I've just been a hen for one day. And he's like, okay. And he's like, well, do you like it? And he was like, I feel this crazy, like I'm gonna explode inside. And the rooster's like, oh, you're about to lay an egg. Like, just let it go, bro. Like, so he's like, what, really? So he pushes as hard as he can, pushes an egg out. And he just starts crying because he's like, he experienced childbirth for the first time. And it's wonderful. Like, he's like, I can't believe I died, but now I'm actually a mother. And so he pushes another egg out and another egg, and the rooster's slapping him, saying like, stop. And he wakes up and his wife's like, stop pooping in the bed. Sorry. That's my joke of the day. I'm not very good at jokes. There's my joke. I apologize if I ruined anybody's dinner or lunch.
I just kind of want some eggs now.
You want some eggs? I'll go lay you an egg, Tim. Just for you, buddy. Be intricate. Watch me like try to do yoga that I'm not good at. Oh, did I just touch myself? When I think of epoxy.
First try.
Do you see if we're just kind of organized and slow with this? We mixed. We were organized when we mixed. Our room's not too hot. Our epoxy wasn't hot. And we could sit here. We could literally probably hurry if somebody says, I'm starving, I'm a diabetic, I need to go eat. We'd get this all out of the containers and run and eat something, and we'd come back and fix it. So there's no stress to be had. Who popped in? Say what, sir?
You're not worried about checking the temperature when you're...
Well, we did, and we know we're already at like 71 degrees in here or whatever, so I know I'm good, but...
We're like only a bucket so there's epoxy.
Oh, no, I would just keep it, like, you should always check it before you even mix to know you're at a low enough temp to even start mixing. Because you'd never want to be too hot just to start out. whoop. Not a very good dancer, and it's gonna start showing here pretty quick, because I don't have any room. You know what we can do? We can take all this. Yeah, we'll dump all this into the one bucket and do it last. So if we want, we can start dumping all these little bits in here. Probably actually should dump them in one about that size eventually.
If it was starting to get warm on you, would you add acetone or something to cool it down? Or?
I'd just get it out of the bucket quick, and if it was like say 100 degrees, I'd set it outside and mix another batch. Okay. So yeah, temperature in a bucket on a flooring epoxy is kind of an issue because it usually means it was in there for a long time. It's a really slow exotherm, so that usually only happens if you had an emergency on the job or something happened that you like couldn't foresee.
Where's a good spot?
Wore flip-flops back anywhere, dude. You know what I'm gonna add? No.
That would work. There's another hole, but it didn't have.
Do we have the magic trowel? No, don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. We'll just use this.
There's a clean one at the workshop. On that rack. Get it?
Did you say get it? Dude, I saw the most. I wanted to videotape a guy I saw yesterday. He was in like an 89 Firebird. Remember how we described that person in a Firebird? I saw him. He was mulleted. He had like 970 with those cheap letters and it was printed in the back window. Like he had reflective sunglasses. He was in like an 88 Firebird. He had like a piece of tin screwed to the back as a big spoiler to keep the air flow down when he was going 200 miles an hour. I was like, that is the man we need applying our epoxy for a class because he would get listened to. It was like Joe Dirt had a kid with righteous gemstones.
That is not rolled up. Sir?
You say again, sir?
It's not rolled.
Yeah, I don't use a roller because it would just really overly mix this product. Every time I hear that air, I think Joe Biden's trying to sniff me. Again, yeah. Now you won't see what we have, guys, at all until we spray alcohol, and that's really going to settle everything.
Would you want to use a squeegee for this?
You can, but a squeegee also can pull all the way down to 0, and I want a little bit of blending. I want this to be a really like a blurred or like floor with like blurred colors or whatever, but if you wanted really solid colors, you could use a squeegee, but remember a squeegee is really non-forgiving as far as gauging your product thickness. So if you're trying to gauge your product thickness and you're not really good at it, run a magic trowel or something like that. I use these a lot because it allows you to move very quickly and be really accurate and not ever be too thin. So
Is that what you use most time, man, as a T-bar?
I use a T-bar for almost all my real decorative stuff, yes sir. And I can actually gauge the floor pretty thin with a T-bar just by slowing down and not quite passing as fast.
Yeah,
You wouldn't want before ever, because that would be alcohol directly on the surface of the floor, and it would create a fisheye because you want your epoxy to be on the surface. So if you want alcohol as an accent, you need to spray it on top into the epoxy, if that makes sense. Yeah, we actually have seen bubbles from that when people sprayed. We actually had a job in Florida just a couple of weeks ago. It was for a class, and there was little fisheyes on the floor because somebody was walking around letting the sprayer drip. So
I've watched a video where they go around and spray, like while they're doing this, they spray before they install.
now I gotta be careful how much I walk in here, guys, okay? Because I'll be leaving spike marks all the way out, so.
You need to do the paper.
Do we wanna pour all of our products into there? Were you guys doing that, or were you guys just screwing off while I was working?
Yes.
Dad was working and you guys were watching. No, I love you kids. My kids are not here, by the way, if you're watching on the live. I was just joking. I don't know that we want that. I don't want that anyway. You see that gold over there? Shimmer. That's what we can definitely use some shimmer gold. And then just dump it all into one small container. Yeah, perfect.
How many days were the finish using to the floor? Like using
To be able to use them, I'd come in here in 24 to 48 hours. If we turned the temperature up 24, nice and cold like this, probably 48.
48?
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Okay, I'd like to pretend there's just so much more we can do in here, but really all I can do is wreck the floor, so. I'll watch it, it'll drip right over that edge right now, sorry. There we are. Now we'll grab our clear alcohol. And now we'll saturate it. Do you guys have another one there too? I'll just switch them out. We do have a backpack sprayer that we use sometimes, and I always use the pump sprayers too. Those are good, but you can get a small room real easy like this. Sorry about my bad taste in jokes, guys. I'm not very good at them. I had a really cool pastor one time. I said something rude and not a very good joke, I think, and he wrote me a whole bunch of way better jokes that night and brought them back to me the next day, prayed with me. He was a super awesome guy. I was like, you know what? I respect that. You guys really will not understand how this will flow until you see the video, most likely, or if you came back in like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So this is gonna flow like crazy from all this. Okay, now my cardboard. Oh, it doesn't have room. There's no room for Levi. As you see, that's all it takes. And then I would always take them out of the cardboard because one time this real lazy guy named Levi was working with me and he just left them in the cardboard, and the next day I had cardboard and spikes. And that was me. Dude, that's why I have made most of the dumb mistakes in my life. That I can't blame them on others most of the time. It's like that. Oh yeah, Levi did that too. I didn't know we had red. What the heck, guys? You tell me after I leave?
They brought that one. The turquoise didn't work.
Oh, because the turquoise wasn't working. Okay, hey, that's gonna be badass. I'm gonna speckle it through that gold. Look at that. Look at that. That's gonna be. Do you like that? Yeah. Separator gold like that. We'll get a little bit of a. Kind of cool because you can spray your wall like that. That's alcohol with powder, so the alcohol evaporates, and you can usually, now it looks kind of nasty because that's rough, but you could take a little bit of water and wash that right off. Yeah, look at this example right here. Hey, you know what? We will get our green. We'll get our green because I bet it's in the powder. A little bit. I want a little bit of green over here by the. Oh yeah, and that black doesn't that look good? I think that green really. Can't shake it, but. When are we going to do this down in Mazatlan? Are you going to cook carne asada tacos for us if we come down and work with you in Mexico?
One more time?
Are you going to cook carne asada tacos for us when we come down to Mexico to work for you?
Yeah,
Okay. I'll come be you can be my jefe,
I know.
right?
I'm 100% sure.
You're 100% sure?
Have you had street tacos from Mexico?
Street, like a street taco. It's called a street taco at a decent place, yeah. Well, yeah, down outside of Chihuahua, a ton, like on the side of the road. Some of the best ones are there. But you have to know that there's only like 2 or 3 places that I know in the whole country that I would trust.
Oh, yeah.
That I know, because I don't know. I don't know where they're feeding you.
You probably don't want to.
Exactly.
Or maybe the carnito tacos. The all the
Oh, I love carnitas.
no caído.
Okay. We'll finish off with a little bit of gold speckles. I think we're pretty much done, right? We just want a little bit of.
Oh, I like the gold. Is that shimmering?
Yep. Yeah, and I'm gonna spray an alcohol just to blend all that in too.
You always go that heavy on the floor with the
I do go pretty heavy with my alcohol. With epoxy, guys, with epoxy.
on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, on the floors, yes. You got more clear, guys? Just right here, yep. That is it. Okay, now I just want to do one final layer all the way across the whole room.
So you run 3 points of alcohol in one job.
Oh yeah, a room like this, I wouldn't care at all if we sprayed 1.5 gallons or something like that. If we sprayed a whole gallon just on the top, it'd be just fine.
Ensures the bubbles and everything else.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it just leaves that super beautiful, like, flowy. It really allows stuff to just keep working and flowing because you get a really muted, like, beautiful design afterwards. I don't know, that looks like natural stone right there in front of us. That's crazy. Here, I'll move all this out of your guys' way here so you guys can stand in front of this. If you want, I'll just clean this. You know what? Sometimes I let this dry and then I just twist it off and it pops. Yeah. We can move all that stuff out of here and you guys can see it a little better. Yeah, let everybody get in there and see that. Pick apart what I did. Tell me what I did
You need a
wrong.
part-time in Soleil, bro?
Huh?
You need a part-time in Soleil?
You need someone part-time in Salt Lake.
Oh, you're working in Salt Lake right now?
Yeah.
That's my Spanish interpreter over there. It's my ears. It's not your English, it's my ears.
No, maybe see.
No,
I'll try in one of those big buildings for the work, and maybe.
Do you wanna come
to me? I pay all of it.
Do you want to come and work on a super trucks job with me July 1st here? To learn, the outdoor coating, like an actual big job?
Yeah.
If you want to help on one, you can come on July 1st. I'll pay you whatever. So, figure it out.
It's only I figured out my schedule because it's covered the big project for the break.
I'm glad you're so busy you can't just say yes. It means you don't suck at what you do. So, everybody that's like, yeah, I can go without looking.
No, yeah, for sure.
No, whatever you think, man. I'll always work with you. Thank you guys so much for tuning into our floor. I hope you guys liked it and come out here and join us for a class. And I'll talk to you guys probably tomorrow.